Yo, Bachi 2007 back at you for another one with men's mind state and cultural reviews. We talked about this last night about how Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have gotten engaged and how the black swirler community is breaking down over it. Swirlers are down bad over this engagement because they lost their big fish. They thought they could get better Brad, and according to them, you go and get you a white man and he just loves you down so good, takes care of you, does everything for you. They actually got the super Brad, Giga Chad Brad. Travis Kelce has tens of millions of dollars, 6'4", 250 pounds, superstar, and they couldn't hold him. Now they're out here crashing out, as I told you, but let's go and see some examples of how these black women are down bad about Brad going back to his own kind. He went back to his own kind. He went back to Becky with the good hair and black women acting like they own him. He owes them something. Taylor Swift getting married to Travis Kelce. Just remember not to put anyone on a pedestal because they like black women. So she's admitting that black women pedestalize white men. What in the name of bedwenching? Now we already knew this. I've said it plenty of times that this is the case, but here they go admitting it. Here they go admitting it. And the thing about it with black people, one of the problem with black people in general, is that we mystify. There's a book by Franz Fanon. Actually, the name of the book is The Wretch of the Earth. This was written by an Algerian psychologist after their liberation from France or whomever, whatever colonizers had them under siege. And he talks about the mentality of black people towards their oppressor, how they are so easily mystified. He called it the mystification of the Negro. How so easily black folks become mystified anytime white people show them some attention or approval, just generally. And I've always related this to what is his name, who used to be the president, Bill Clinton. How white people just because Bill Clinton gave the slightest nod towards black cultural effects and aesthetics. Didn't matter what a redneck he was and still is. Didn't matter that him and his wife put forth a bill to go after black predators, called black men predators, and put forth these draconian crime bills and did other nonsensical stuff towards black people. Hillary Clinton went on to run a Southern strategy campaign against Barack Obama, the same as Nixon. It doesn't matter how they really are. Just because he played a jazz saxophone on Arsenio Hall and smoked weed, and of course, doing anything derogatory is called being black by some of you black folks, then we're all in love with them. And so this is what we get with the swirler misandrous. Oh, that wasn't what we're trying to see. Let's get a pause. Okay, maybe that is what we're trying to see. No, I'm just kidding. So they get the slightest attention from some white people, and now they're pedestalizing. We've been saying this all along that these black swirlers, these divestors, are out here like bedwitching mannies, sucking up to these white men, building them up as if they're these superior beings, that they're somehow some great men who are going to do so great by black women, and they love black women so much. No, they're just some guys. And the problem with black women dating white men is that wherever you go, there you are. And the problem is black women take themselves and their attitudes with them to white men. And even though for a moment they'll treat white men better than they treat black men, and then think in turn that's going to give them a better outcome. But in the end, they're going to be themselves, and white men are going to get tired of that. And after 5 years of Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce got tired of that and he moved on. But over here at Men's Mind State and Reviews, I've been showing you Zaddy dog walking these black chicks. Dog walking them. They got men going out there licking other women's butt and coming and black swirlers taking these white men back. Criminals with multiple records dating their friend's husband as soon as they get divorced. Not even divorce. As soon as they separate, dog walking them. But this is who they pedestalize as the better Brad. Let's see some more crash outs that are occurring over better Brad. Let's check out what this chick has to say.
But Travis fucking Kelce, I'm side-eyeing him. You know what I mean? Because his dating history. What do you mean? You've dated nothing but women of color and black women, and then somehow you switched up your persona, and now you're engaged to Taylor Swift. Something is not sitting right with me and that man. Happy for Taylor Swift though, but Travis Kelce, he doesn't seem like a sincere person.
So the Yes Queen sisterhood loved him when he was all about them. So they thought. There was nothing wrong with him then. But now they think they own him. Like they own his soul. Like they got the game twisted. You were bedwitchy for him. The bedwitch is not in charge. Look how pressed the pro-black sisterhood is over this white man. Over this white man simply going back to his own. She's got the coils in her hair like she's supposed to be representing. And now all of a sudden, he's an insincere man because he's not with one of them. A few minutes ago, when he was with Kayla Nicole, he was the greatest white man. He was just the proof that black women are so loved and desired by Zaddy, and now is sackcloth and ashes because they don't have better Brad anymore. Now this is black women. Right? Hold on, let me get it in the screen. Now this is them. Now it's sackcloth and ashes because they can't get Zaddy to do what they want the same way they can't get black men to do what they want. That's why they insult us with all the sign language, all the shame and insults and guilt and the need to be right. So now it's aimed at Zaddy when Zaddy doesn't do what they want. They can't get no men to do what they want. Let's check out this one, her foolishness.
Mark my words, I would not be surprised if Travis Kelce gets engaged with Taylor Swift very soon.
And I was right, because my theory doesn't fail. For those who weren't following along, I made a video called The 5 Types of White Men That Date Black Women, and people in my comments had all said that Travis Kelce was type number 1. If you want the context or want to know the 5 types, I'm going to pin it in my profile. Type number 1, Travis Kelce. I predicted just last week when I posted that video that they're going to get engaged very soon. And
yes, she predicted that people who were dating for 2 years might get engaged when it was already out there in the atmosphere that was a possibility and a likelihood coming. Wow. He's type number 1. A man who won't do what women want him to do, so now they're mad and they spew sign language at him just like they always do with any man under any circumstance. Whatever.
And just like my theory says, there are certain types of men that will date specific types of women over and over again. But when he is ready to settle down and get married, he's going to go to where he believes he belongs. So what did I do? I broke down type number 1 using Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift as a perfect analysis, because it defines exactly what I was saying when it comes to type number 1, types of white guys. And my think pieces and using them as an example for this one is to give you a lesson. For women of color who date with intention, that despite the fact that all his exes look like you have to be able to determine if he's going to marry a you. Not saying it's wrong, not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying that as a woman, you have to protect yourself, and you should be able to determine that early on so that you don't waste your time.
All right, I want to run back this very specific part. Let's see.
And just like my theory says, there are certain types of men that will date specific types of women over and over again. But when he is ready to settle down and get married, he's going to go to where he believes he belongs.
Yes, and where he felt he belonged, but back with his own kind, and y'all are mad pressed. It's insane how pressed and how just tight black women are that white Zaddy is with his white woman. Y'all the most blackest pro-blacks there ever were in the history of life. Let y'all tell it. But y'all super pressed. Y'all super tight about a white man going back to a white woman. And why did he probably do that? Why did he date a certain kind and then decided this isn't working? Probably for the exact same reason that a lot of black men, a lot of men who date black women, being mostly black men, are looking elsewhere else they could go. overseas. What else is happening out there? Mouthiness, neck rolling, and disrespect, which Kayla Nicole blocked plenty of. She didn't want to cook or clean, but now she's surprised that she couldn't get that ring. How's that working out for you? Y'all listen to Cardi B, a stripper and a woman who drugs and robs people, who couldn't keep her man in her own house. You guys are going to go by her theories and theologies on how to deal with the men, and you're surprised when it doesn't work for you either. It didn't work for her.
So what did I?
Let's go to the next tight and pressed sister about a white man getting with his own kind.
Now everyone knows that Taylor Swift got engaged today, and she was engaged to Travis Kelce. But to me, like, that's not the interesting part. I was talking to some of my friends today, and they were saying how bad they felt for Kayla Nicole. Like, he did her dirty. No lie.
Why do you feel bad for Kayla Nicole? Why? What did somebody do to her? She's the one who laid up and bedwitched for him for 5 years with no commitment. That's her choice. She's the one who talks about how she's not going to cook nor clean. She's not going to serve a man. But she wants a high value, high status man who has all the options in the world. And you expect to be that man's option while you want to run things and think you're in charge. Y'all don't run it. Y'all don't get offered a relationship by men in marriage specific if you think you're going to run it with men who have all the options in the world, or who have any just dignity and integrity about themselves, that they are not going to put up with a woman who wants to be the boss, because you're not going to be the boss over me. And until you all understand this, you can expect not to get any better out of men. But when you will lay up with a man for 5 years with no commitment, you shouldn't expect anything better. You've already told him he can get the milk and everything else he wants without having to buy the cow. Why would he buy it now? He got what he needed until he was done. She got what she wanted out of it until she was done. It was an even exchange, and that's that. But why are you worried about Kayla Nicole? You know, y'all are strong and independent. Y'all don't need no man. Why are y'all pressed over this white man? Why don't Kayla Nicole just go get somebody else? She couldn't keep Travis Kelce. She couldn't keep Iman Sherper. She lost him to Tiana Taylor, who is just masculine out the gate. And she still got beat out for Sherper by Tiana Taylor. Got beat off of Kelce by Taylor Swift. She needs to stay away from anybody with Taylor in the name. They keep taking her mid. So, no, obviously she's not all that she and you all think she is, because despite the fact that she's gorgeous, maybe she's not so beautiful on the inside and how she relates to men and deals with men. We've seen her disrespect online towards the likes of Cam Newton, so we can see what Kelce was probably dealing with that he wanted to get away from. Let's see this lady be pressed about a white man being with a white woman.
No tea, no shade. Their relationship dirty. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but he cheated on her, wouldn't pay for things, just bad overall. And he went and treated Taylor Swift like a queen. That's all we've seen.
Well, maybe Taylor Swift acted like a queen instead of a bedwench. Maybe Taylor Swift showed up with some standards and conducted herself with some decorum and treated him like a man and didn't try to be a partner and a boss and run things in the relationship, and refused to fulfill her feminine role, and then be surprised that a man doesn't feel loving and caring towards her. Maybe that had something to do with it, but don't examine that. Just throw around rumors that he cheated, unconfirmed rumors, and state it as if it's fact, even though you're also stating in the same breath that it's unconfirmed. Nice job to simp for a white zaddy being with his own kind. It's just crazy out here, y'all. Well, check out one of these other videos that should be popping up here soon. Like, subscribe, notification bells, and I'll get back to you on the next one. You're about your 2007 Men's Mind State and Cultural Reviews. We're out on this one.